All right. Good morning, everybody.
Sam, it's Tarman. This order calls for the delivery of some specialized medical equipment. West Fort Knott is the only place nearby with the facilities capable of fabricating it. Unfortunately, the DHV Magellan can't assist with transport. The risk of tar contamination is too great, which means you'll need to take it the overland route. It's a lot to lug all the way to East Fort Knott, but there we are. Hook them up to the network once you're there, and we'll move the ship to your position.
That is a long ass way away, and it's okay. I have a road, thankfully, all the way out to the Northern Environmental Observatory, and from there it looks like I could probably just go through the foothills. Probably not the whole way though, because there's no we're not connected. So if I want to build like PCCs and everything, so I can drive all the way out to here. Yeah, the northern. Okay, and then from there I'll probably just need to plan it. What's up, Transcend? Do I have any PCCs?
Order accepted. Thank you.
Your service in transporting this cargo is appreciated. The delivery will be assigned to another porter.
Now, my truck, I'm gonna need to like deliver this metal. I still have some lost cargo. I got a whole bunch of weapons. I should recycle those. That's a little bit better. Okay. Let's see here. Link is in the chat for the folks who were asking my thoughts on the game. Get that sticky/pinned to the top of the YouTube and Twitch chats. You guys can go watch that at your leisure. Alright, this is going to be a bit of a trek. Got some places to go, things to do. Just realized it's the same. The other way would have been to take the monorail over first. Let's just double check they don't have any chemicals. Ceramics. Probably don't. Oh no! Jesus, I almost ramped off the edge. Gravity is real. What's up, 80 Storm? I'm doing good, thanks for asking. Storage. Auto drive for the win. Thanks for the sub over on Twitch, Maple 8 Story. I still don't think it's going to be enough ceramics to build this last little stretch of highway, because this one needed so many.
I was thinking something. Hartman's condition is cause for concern. There's no sugarcoating the tremendous strain he's putting on his body. His is undeniably one of the hardest 21-minute syndromes to live with. The regular disruption to his circulatory system and the flow of blood is damaging all of his organs. And let's not forget that the heart itself has a great many pain receptors.
Oh, it's really close. We're 140 away.
What was I talking about earlier?
Yep, growth is good. Thank you very much. Growth is good, health is good, life is good. I still have yet to get back to see my doctor though, because their office still doesn't have air conditioning. We were there 2 weeks ago and they still haven't gotten set up again, so it's been almost 2 months, so hopefully I can see my doctor next week or the week after. I'm gonna go back in. I'm feeling like 90-95% most days. Transcensa, I've been doing all right. They want to raise my rent. It sucks. I So I do a lot of TikToking in my evening hours, and one of the things that's really interesting to me. So I used to promote this a lot when I was traveling full time, because before I ever got involved with Chris, my shtick was, and I've mentioned this on the stream before. You know, I would go live in other cities and in different countries and promote this idea of being a digital nomad. We call it location independence back in the day, but being able to find affordable places to live in most countries around the world. And it's called different things these days, and it always makes me chuckle when people find out about it for the first time. And it's not feasible for everybody to do, right? Some people have reasons they have to stay in their local and hometown, medical reasons, family reasons, all sorts of things. But there was this girl, I'd never seen her on TikTok before. Her husband plays basketball, and they were from, God, I want to say they were from Washington State in the United States, which is on the West Coast, where Microsoft is. And that state is an incredibly expensive place to live. It's one of the most expensive states. Not the, but one of the. Anyway, her husband gets this offer to go play, not professional basketball, but he's playing basketball for a living. He's not NBA. He's not like major basketball star. But he's playing at the amateur level, but he makes a living playing basketball. And it's not a lot, but it's enough to pay their bills. And they've got a couple of kids. And where they were living in Washington State, the landlord came in and randomly at the end of their lease and said, "Hey, you've been here for 3 years, 4 years, it was a few years. They had been there a few years. I'm paraphrasing because the video was a few nights ago. We'd love to have you stay, but we have to raise the rent." Okay, how much do you want to raise the rent by? Well, the rent's going to go up. Wait for it. The rent is going to go up $400 a month extra. So you've already been paying this for 3 years, 4 years. If you want to stay, we'd love to have you, but we're going to raise the rent $400 per month. More is what they wanted to raise the rent, because that's the United States. So they were in a panic, and he got a job offer to go play basketball in China. And when they started doing the research, she found, and this is what she's been doing recently on her TikTok. This is how I found out about her account. She's been doing like cost of living content, like just marveling at everything. So she goes, her and her husband go, and they take their kids. They go to China, and they're living over there. And they're in a really nice city. I don't remember what city they're in. They have an extremely nice 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom apartment with a massive balcony right on the edge of a river in the heart of this amazing city where he's playing basketball. And they're only paying 300, it was less than $400 a month, like $370 a month or something for the apartment. Fully furnished. Fully furnished. Water and electric included. So the only thing they have to pay extra is internet. And their internet was like $50 for the whole year of internet. So in total, like what for the rent, the internet, and like the maintenance for the building or whatever, they're paying $500 a month for everything. And she's just marveling because she's like, we were paying like 5 times that for an unfurnished apartment in Washington State. 5 times that, so we can assume she was paid, $2,500 a month for an unfurnished apartment in the U.S. in Washington State versus paying less than $400 a month for a furnished apartment in whatever city they're at in China. And it just goes to show you, like, I remember when I first moved to Cancun, one of the reasons my Cancun guidebooks sold so well and my Cancun content was doing so well. Not so much Bulgaria and Bogota, because when I was in Bulgaria, Sofia, Bulgaria, and Bogota, Colombia, those destinations were not as popular. But when I moved to Cancun, those guidebooks sold like hotcakes because I was renting. This is a long time ago now, but I was renting a fully furnished studio apartment for $325 a month. This is 15 years ago now, but still, even by today's standards, it'd probably only be about $450 a month. $325 fully furnished, everything included, all electric, all water. So when I just even it's expensive in some places. And when the landlord comes back and says, and I don't know if you're in a position to move Transcend, but that you got me thinking, like the whole raise your rent again. It's like, bitch, I've been here for a long time. I've been paying rent. I'm reliable. You want to raise? So like Chris and I were in Mexico City for 4 years. The landlady we had was really nice. We paid on time every month. We made it 2 years, and then the pandemic happened. And in the middle of the pandemic, like the height of COVID, we've been in our apartment locked down for like 4 months, 5 months. And she's like, hey guys, so I've been trying to not do this, but the problem was because of the pandemic, she lost 2 apartments. Nobody was renting. So the tenants left. And so she had 2 empty apartments, and she was relying on that income. And she was like, I hate to do this, but I have to raise rent. And I was like, and we were just in the middle of a big legal fight over some stuff. So I had just spent like a boatload of money on lawyers. And it was just like in the middle of the pit. I'm like, really? You're raising my rent now? And she wasn't raising, well, it was like $50 a month, I think is what she raised it. She actually wanted to raise it more than that. And I came back and I said, hang on a second. I said, I've been here for 2 years. I've never missed a rent payment. You know, we're good. We don't trash your place. We don't party. We're quiet. We're clean. We don't smoke. We're very respectable. I said, your other clients have always had problems with like smoking clients, people with dogs tearing up your furniture. And so I was able to negotiate her down from what she originally wanted to ask me for. But in the back of my mind, I was like, yeah, Transcend, if you've been there 10 years, bitch, give me a discount. Like, I've been, like, usually if you do something long term or you do something in bulk, you get a discount. It's like, when I've been here, if I've been at your place for more than 2 years and I've paid rent on time all the time, every single time for 2 years, I deserve a discount on rent, not raise my rent. Get the fuck out of here with that nonsense. Like, ridiculous. All right, this is the part I do not know how I'm doing this. There's a mosquito, and I did not get it. This is going to be a long drive. It looks like I could go up through here. I don't know what that facility is right there, though. Jesus, $500 a month extra? That's nuts. I'm up early. Did I poop the bed? No, but I went to bed early last night. I think I was in bed at... It was funny. Chris and I, we were watching Sandman. We did episode 4. And I was like yawning really hard, but it was only 5 o'clock. And she was like, "Well, let's just watch another one." And we're like halfway through episode 5, and we both started falling asleep. And so I was like, "I gotta go to bed." So I went to bed at 6 o'clock last night, um, and woke up at 3. My alarm is for 4, but I woke up at 3 o'clock. I was like, "I'm just gonna get up and start streaming." So I woke up an hour early today. But Chris went and she went and did yard work and stuff. I don't know what time she went to bed. Um, but I went to bed at 6 last night. Um, that is a big price jump. Granted, like you said, first price increase in 7 years, but still going up $500 a month is just ridiculous. I'm gonna try to go up through here and see what happens. Do I have more coffee? I'm gonna go get another coffee before we start this trip because this looks like it's gonna be a long route. Fortnightly means every 2 weeks, right, guys? That's not it's not a phrase I've seen used very often in this part of the world. I'm assuming it means every 2 weeks, given that Fortnite is 2 weeks. So that's weird, paying rent every 2 weeks. Different parts of the world. Well, it's like here, we pay the electric bill every 2 months. Like it doesn't come monthly; it comes every 2 months. And our water bill is once a year, um, which is different than when we lived in the city. Because in the city, the water bill is every month, but here, our water bill is once a year, and we don't pay per use. It's really weird here because we're so far out in the countryside. We don't have a meter. There's no water meter. So the city has a giant water tower, and then we live on a river, and there's a water treatment facility right outside of our town. And so our water is just, it is what it is. And they charge us like, I want to say it's like I don't even know if it was $100. I think I would need to confirm with Chris. I want to say it was like $75 for the whole year for water. Like water costs us nothing where we live. Nothing. Gas for us, we only use gas for cooking, and we have a big 30-liter tank, like the tank that the welders use, right? We have a 30-liter tank that I think we fill that up every 4 months. It depends on whether it's winter time or not, because in winter time we use it to heat water up as well. Because we don't need a water heater because of where we live. So when we take showers, it's hot enough where we live. The water is always warm, so we don't need, and it's hot enough outside that by the time you're ready to go take a shower, it's nice, refreshing, cooling down shower. But in like November, December, it gets cold enough that you'll actually want to heat your water up. So we heat water during those months. So gas, I think it's like $35, $40 to fill up that 30-liter tank every 4 months. So gas is pretty negligent. Water is negligent. Electric, however, electric here is expensive. It's about as much as it is in the U.S. It electric is yeah. I run this air conditioner 24/7. There are exceptions like when it's cool, like right now when it's raining. I've been sleeping out in the living room at nights, so I'll turn this air conditioner off at night and we'll sleep in the other room with no AC. But I would say I run the AC 24/7 9 months out of the year, maybe 10 months out of the year. That really I don't. The only months I don't use the air conditioner is like December and January, maybe a little bit of November and February. But it's like 9, 10 months out of the year. And my electric's like 150 a month. It would be higher if I wanted to AC this whole house. Chris and I did the math one day, and I think it would cost me like $400 a month. I think it would be like 400 US dollars a month to cool the whole house if we wanted to have air conditioner. But that's the thing, like none of the houses here are um, the houses are not insulated, so it's just a concrete block, and so there's no like when you have an air conditioner, you're not. It's only cooling the room while you're in it, because the moment you turn the air conditioner off, it gets hot again, because the cool air just goes away quickly because there's no insulation. Like none of the houses here are built with insulation, which is it's cheap construction. Yeah, the homestead is. There's no way I'm getting up right there. I guess I misjudged where I was. It was the nice thing when we were living in Mexico City is like you don't need air conditioner because the year temperature, like annual temperature, is like I think the average high is 20 Celsius. It's like 24 Celsius, 21 Celsius. It's not hot. There was like maybe April, May, I would run a fan, but you never need AC. Whereas here, it's fucking hot. What is this facility? Oh, it's a mine.
Security measures lifted. Weapons detected. Be advised that usage is restricted inside facility grounds.
Yeah, but we're not on the grid. Yeah, I don't have resins and alloys. They're back down the mountain. Should I connect? I'm on a mission. Don't get sidetracked. We can do this later. Probably let's go to the pizza chef.
Commencing route creation. Delivery route finalized. Commencing route creation.
There's gotta be a bridge over here somewhere. Over here is where I'm not sure. I have no idea if there's a bridge. So I'm just gonna end that there unless I see a bridge over.
Thankful of exposure to timefall.
we gotta go. We got time for what the frack is that?
Those flying things.
Disengaging weapons restrictions.
Like chiral bats or something. We're about to hit VTs. Great.
Don't stop believing. The BTs are gonna suck my face off.
Should I make the ramp? No, because I'll lose all my stuff. Oh my god, but I might lose all my stuff anyway. That's a mistake. Yo, Pizza Man! I think I have a delivery for his house.
Good evening, Sam.
Yeah, health insurance is... My brother and his family pay an ungodly amount. I think for them and it's my brother, his wife, and their 2 kids, and I think he said they spend like $1,500 a month.
I'll review the orders.
And they're in their 30s, they're in their early 30s. $1,500 a month, and that's U.S. healthcare, which means that doesn't cover shit. They still have co-pays and everything, deductibles for everything.
But I'm glad.
Like $1,500 a month. That's like double. Not quite double. It's almost double my monthly cost of living
Thanks.
just for
I'll
their
be careful
healthcare.
of it.
And I'm just like, ugh. And he's always like, hey, you want to come put a tiny home up on our place? And it's like, not with those costs, I
The
don't.
Sunday you just delivered to the pizza chef appears to have triggered something. Shall we go inside?
I should
Proceed
go
with
inside,
caution, though.
but I need to park my vehicle somewhere safe because well, it's not raining. Let's go inside real quick. I don't want to get sidetracked too much, but
Look, Sam. There's a door over there.
Hydration recommended.
Ghost mechs!
what the? My camera just changed its POV.
Oh, that was a close call. But why would there be ghost mechs inside the pizza chef's facility?
I don't know, bro. Somebody's effing with me is what I think it comes down to. Yeah, I don't know what that's all about. There's like no reasoning for that. And no story follow-up, so. Alright. Yeah, I this was the first year, and honestly, I think it was the fall. If I hadn't have fallen, I don't think I would have felt it. But that fall last year took the wind out of my sails for sure. Like the recovery for that has been long, slow, painful, and made me feel like an old man. Like I was not feeling old at all. Great health, great shape. You know, I've had a couple of like dings here and there, like when I ripped my tendon off my finger a couple years back, you know, that was 6 months of ouch, that hurts. But like, it was not that big of a deal. This was debilitating. This was like, holy shit, I can't walk. My wife has to take care of me. I can't go anywhere. Chris is doing all the grocery shopping by herself, all of everything all by herself, because I can't even bend over, let alone walk. You know, I can hobble around the house for 10, 15 minutes, you know, but I can't move. Like, literally can't move. And it was like, is this what it's like to be, you know, for the first time in my life, feeling like, oh goodness, you know, is this what it's like to be, is it the word's handicapped, I think, or disabled? I'm not sure what is the politically correct term to use, but is my wife going to be my caretaker for the rest of my life? Like, this is kind of a scary thought process. And thankfully, you know, with physical therapy, I've been able to slowly get better. But there was a period at the end of last year where I had gone to the hospital like 4 or 5 times, and all the hospital, and this is through my primary healthcare provider, they kept giving me the runaround, and it's like, just give me a fucking MRI and be done with it. Oh, you know, can't do the MRI because this, that, and the other. And it's like, you're being stupid. And the last time I went to the hospital was in January. I went and finally got to see a specialist, like an actual specialist in the city. So they sent me all the way up to the city to see a specialist. 3-hour drive, you know, 3-hour trip to the city. I get to the city, and the guy's like, yeah, we can't do MRIs because the healthcare that I have is from, I don't have it anymore. I quit using it because it was like, what's the point? The healthcare that I was on was from my wife's work like 4 years ago, and I just kept paying for it out of pocket, and it covers like 99% of everything I would ever need. But they won't cover MRIs unless you are an active employee of a company. And I am not an active employee because that healthcare is for workers in the country, and so the government has that set up, and your spouses can get set up on it, but you can't. There are certain services like orthopedic surgery and MRIs are 2 things that you have to have an active employee contract to be able to utilize those services, because the hospital says it's reserved for active workers, and I'm not an active worker. So I wasn't able to get an MRI, and the doctor was like, here, I'll give you a shot, an anti-inflammatory shot, and then you need to go start physical therapy. Or you could go get an MRI done out of pocket. And I was like, well, I don't have a problem paying for it out of pocket. I just, you know, he's like, well, before you get an MRI, just go start physical therapy and see how you feel. And so I started physical therapy in February. And like within a week and a half, 2 weeks, started noticing a pretty big difference. And I was like, oh. So I've stuck with the therapy, and I've gotten better and better and better over time. So thankfully. But yeah, definitely, yeah, this year I have felt my age. Last year, this year. But yeah, last December, when I finally was like, I was like, I went back to the hospital because so, well, here's a funny story, Transcend. So my wife has the universal health care that the country offers to everybody. I used to have it. 2 years ago, right after the pandemic, when they transitioned to the new president, they changed the system over. And the new system requires you to do everything online. And the old system, all I needed for the old system was like, because I'm a legal migrant here. I have full-time residency. I've done it all. I did it all by the book. I've had permanent residency since 2010. So let's just assume for a minute that this is like my document that has my information on it, like I don't know what numbers you guys use where you live, but like my identification number, right? And all my passport and like all my stuff, this is my paper. The old universal healthcare was, here's my piece of paper, and then the person in the office says, okay, cool, let me take your number, put it into the system, you're good to go. And so I had that universal healthcare for years, and that covers 100% of everything. Then 2 years ago, when they switched to the new president, they moved everything to an online format. And when I went online and entered my information into the system, it would not accept my data. It would take everything, and then I would push the accept button, and it would send everything off, and then it would kick back an error, and it was an unknown error. It would say unknown error. That was all it would say, unknown error. And unfortunately, they don't give you there's no phone numbers to call. This was 2 years ago, or a year and a half ago, whenever I fell, like a year and a half ago. There's no number to call. Um, uh, there's no email to email. It's just a website, and that's it. And so when I go to the local hospital and I tell them, "Hey, I need help. Can you please help me fill out my form?" The lady is behind the desk, a nice little old lady. She goes, okay, can I have your information? So I give her my piece of paper. She takes my information. She sits down at her desk. She goes to the same fucking website that I was using to enter my information, and it kicks back the error, unknown error. And she tries it like 6 times in a row, and she gets this puzzled look on her face, and she goes, sweetie, I don't know what's going on, but unfortunately, I can't help you get registered on the new system because I don't know what's going on, and there's no number for me to call. And I just remember going, are you serious right now? Like, what do you mean you can't? You work for the hospital. Like, you can't manually enter my information? So the new system that they moved on to at the time was new, and none of the workers knew how to manually add. Supposedly, Chris has talked to somebody who said that kink has been worked out, and I've been told, well, that was the assumption, Hector, but we actually went and talked to the manager of the hospital, and it's like, no, 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 no. He told me, we've got 6 other, and he knew the exact number because there's so few foreigners who live here. He's like, we have 6 other foreigners who live here who are in our medical system. It's not because you're a foreigner. He's like, something's obviously off with the system. Because I know in Mexico City, one of the times when Chris went to go register me under her health insurance, I only have 3 names. So my name is, Bob Dylan Smith, right? Well, in Mexico, they use 4 names, like Juan Gomez Salina, your mama. Like, they use 4 names. And so all the forms, when you go into the internet and fill out forms on the internet, it all has 4 names. And I don't have 4 names. I have 3. So I remember in Mexico City one time, the worker literally just put Lopez in the 4th box. So I was dun 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 Lopez. And so the joke was that everyone started calling me Senor Lopez because they just put a name in there because it wouldn't take my 3 names. It had to be 4. And so we assumed that it was because of that, and then someone told us that that wasn't the case. All I know is that at some point this summer we're going to go back because I let my other health insurance expire in June. So I'm about a month out. I don't have any coverage right now. So we're going to go back here in the next month or 2 and go back to that hospital and be like, hey, it's been a year and a half. Supposedly they have workers at the hospital now who can manually enter. Supposedly they have fixed the system to where the local, like the actual people in the office, can go into the system and manually enter your information now, whereas they couldn't before. So I should be able to get back on the universal system. Because the universal system is awesome. I used it for years and years. I've been here 15 years, and I've used it for years, and it covers everything. I've also used the system when that Chris was using for a while when she was working, and that system's awesome as well. Right, Hector, it sucks. Like the computer says no, and then no one knows how to fix it. It's like, oh well, that's just that they just don't know, and there's no number for us to call. And it's like, are you fucking serious? Like, come on now. Like, that's not an acceptable answer. Like, oh, got music. Hang on, hang on, hang on, hang on. Oh, this is a big facility. Yeah, the system here is really good. It was very disappointing when they switched everything to computers, and no one knows how to work the system. And the problem was because in the cities, it's easy because that's where all the headquarters are. So the cities get it first, and then the whole countryside outside of that takes like 2, 3 years to get up to the same speed as the rest of the cities because it's like things move at a glacial pace. Here's a perfect example of that, actually. Let me get to a safe spot. I have another anecdotal story to tell. So the system that I was using through Christina's work for a long time that I just kept running in the background has an app that you have on your phone. And when I lived in the city, if I wanted to schedule an appointment, I literally just go on the app. It's literally that simple. I go on the app, all my information is in the app. I click schedule an appointment, it pulls up my clinic, my doctor, and then it shows me a calendar and it shows me the available dates. And it's always like 2 or 3 weeks out because the doctor's always busy, right? So I could always go in there and I could just pick a date, pick a time on the date, and schedule my appointment from the app. I never needed to go to the doctor's office. I never needed to call the doctor's office. I did everything through the app. And then if I needed something that was like, I'm not feeling good today, I don't want to wait 2 weeks to see my doctor, I would go to the clinic, and there are like 12 other doctors on staff that have their little offices on the same floor. And you go up to that floor and you go to the reception and you say, I don't feel good. And they say, okay, please sit down. We will see which doctor has the next available opening. And then you sit for 15 minutes. They call your name. You go up and they're like, go to door number 9. And in 45 minutes, they have an opening and you can go see the doctor. It's that simple. This fucking app is worthless here. I live in the middle of nowhere, and that healthcare system, we have a local clinic, which is where I was going after my fall last year. They don't have, the app doesn't work here. You literally, and I'm not joking, this is the most horrible thing ever. Like, living out in the countryside is good for a lot of things, but this experience, I was very grumpy about this. So because the app doesn't work, and you can't call, so they make you go to the physical clinic and wait in line to talk to somebody to schedule your appointment. But here's the or you wait to see a doctor. But here's the thing. They don't open the doors until 8 o'clock in the morning at that clinic. And here's the thing. It's first come, first serve. So what people do is they start lining up at 5 o'clock in the morning outside of the door, so that when the doors open at 8 o'clock, it's first come, first served. There is no appointment. The app is worthless, so I can't schedule an appointment. And I can't schedule, so there is no appointment system at this local clinic. None. It's first come, first served for everything. First come, first served to see the doctor that day, and first come, first served to even get to talk to somebody to schedule an appointment if you want to go see someone in a week from now. So here I am with a fucked up leg, and it's like and there's no seating. There's no seating outside. It's literally you're outside the building. There's the street. Line up. And it's like I have a fucked up leg. I can't go stand 3 hours outside of a building waiting. It's like, how am I supposed to go see a local doctor? And so what happened is I just had to wait until 8 o'clock in the morning when they opened so that the doors were open because there's seating inside. So I would have to go and I would have to sit down at 8 o'clock in the morning and I would wait until about 11 o'clock to be able to even see a doctor. And I had to do that 6 or 8 times. I was so frustrated and so pissed because I got so used to the city where it's like, schedule it through the app, or you go in, and the maximum I ever waited in the city was 45 minutes. The max. And here, yeah, we don't have a car. So, yeah, that doesn't work. We don't have a car. So it's like, it was this really frustrating experience to deal with that particular branch of my healthcare that I'd had for years, just being so poorly operated out here in the middle of nowhere. And when you talk to the doctors, they complain about it's a lack of, we're in the countryside. No one cares about the countryside. It's like, yeah, you're in the country. If you want good service, go to the city, which is 3 hours away. And it's like, that sucks. But that really drove me nuts. Is like, I couldn't do anything on the app. What's the point of having the app on my phone anymore? And then having to wait outside. You have to line up at 5 o'clock in the morning. Rain, snow, or shine. Sitting out there with the mosquitoes. And it's like, I don't have a way. I can't sit down. There's no chairs. And literally, it was Chris and I were looking at, do I need to just get like a camping chair on Amazon to take with me, Anyway, that goes back to what we were talking about, that question earlier about that whole experience over the last year has made me feel, because that whole I can't even go to a building, and the idea of standing for 3 hours is like, I can't do that, and that made me feel old. That made me feel my age. It was like, God damn it. So what's next? I'm gonna be in a wheelchair, and that's what a lot of people do, JK. Literally, that's what a lot of people do, is they will just pay their cousin or something like $10 and be like, look, man, go stand in line for me for 2 hours. I'll pay you $10-20 or whatever. And then you show up, take their chair. Now, if you're over 60,
I appreciate you coming all this way.
you don't have to go anywhere these days. The new government brought
Seriously.
visiting doctors back for anybody over the age of 60. The doctors come to you. They come to your house. So if you're over 60, you don't have to go anywhere here, which is kind of cool.
Nice. Very, very nice. Such good condition. We'd never think you'd been outside at all. I don't know how or where you found this, but I'm so glad you did. We're so grateful for your support. Put us online with your Cupid. We're ready.
But I say all of that to say this. At least I'm not paying $1,500 a month like my brother is for something that you still have to co-pay on everything, and you still have to wait in line. maybe not 4 hours, but that is a big facility. Ooh, what's this? A Bocus skeleton. AI doctors and robot physicians. Well, technically, I think we already have. Well, maybe not AI, but
Now displaying your current order grade.
improved coffin board, which I'm never gonna use.
Looks like we've finally become part of the chiral network. Between this and the life support systems you brought us, we can begin giving proper treatment to all the folks suffering from chiral contamination. Oh, I got a little present I'd like to give you as a thanks. Take it with my compliments. Those beauties are pretty hard to come by these days. And I just know they'll look great on you. Oh, in addition to that, I've shared the data for a Bocus skeleton. It's a piece of equipment specially tailored to porter work. Ideal for keeping... It's bound to make your... You know... For a while there, it felt... But... It's... We won't fall victim... Our facility... Without it. And without a full... no need to worry. Rest assured, all to bring this... We've got a lot riding them.
Hello, Sam. It's me. More than 50% of the Australian continent is now connected to the chiral network. And it was you who made this possible. On behalf of the company, allow me to extend my sincerest thanks. It's likely that the difficulties we face will only continue to increase as we press on. But you and your comrades will rise to the challenge. Of this I have no doubt whatsoever. The probability of creating a new plate gate rises with each expansion. Do what you must to make it happen.
Sam, it's happened again. A disruption in the tar currents. We won't be able to head your way just yet.
Sam, this could be the result of that Nirvana phenomenon, right? We won't know unless we take a look outside.
A nice repair job she's back.
We've seen this before, Sam.
It's calling to us again.
Sam, are you thinking of going back there?
Well, if that's not an invitation.
Let's take a trip down Mushroom Lane. The LSD will make you feel whole again.
See you, 80 Storm. right away they give me weapons. It's just, yeah, all my stuff. Find the mysterious man. And I don't have any of my A pass.
Strange. I feel as though my
Oh,
body's
shit.
become lighter. Are you thinking what I'm thinking, Sam? You might be able to jump much further than usual.
Yeah. Not farther, but definitely higher. Probably no point in that. What the heck?
Come to me.
I took the drugs and the drugs are working. And the drugs are working.
It's coming.
Got grenade launchers. It's risky, but you could try taking their weapons for your own use. Are you up for the challenge, Sam?
What the fuck? Like, suddenly my weapon is not in my hands. I don't know what the hell. Warrior grenade launcher? I'd really prefer to stick to my rifles, but I mean, I'll pick it up. Who the hell is shooting at me still?
Dove cazzo sei?
above us. Something's coming. Watch out!
Yeah, watch out. I know, but I want that weapon too. That's lovely. Okay, that's like freezing me.
How about this?
I may not be meant to be coming up here. I'm not sure.
Heads up!
Ah. Ah.
These isotopes are a real nuisance. Think there might be a way to destroy them?
Fuck this, I got no...
Contacto. Contact. Got him on the ropes. He's trying to flee to the church down below us.
How do I get back up? I'm in the ice now, damn it. Can't see these fuckers. Can I break these with the...
Hey, Nora, how about this?
Alright.
You recognize his face?
No, I don't.
Jackson Pat King. Great, now I won't sleep for a week. Thank you, Kojima. What time do the drops go live
Sam,
for
do you read
Dune?
me?
Probably 8
Come
o'clock.
in, Sam.
If it's like the
Come
other
in.
ones, which is like 3 hours
We
from
were
now.
whisked away to
Just
that
under 3
strange
hours.
place again.
What? We only lost you for a few seconds.
And time must flow differently over there, like on the beach.
Well, glad you're
Because
all
during
right.
the live versions, it was
The
at
tar
8 o'clock
currents
my
seem to have
time.
settled down,
Every
so
time.
we'll be able to surface there shortly. Just sit tight, okay?
So I'm assuming in about 3 hours.
Now displaying your current porter grade.
Probably got a bunch of combat.
Sam, why don't we return to the DHV Magellan and get some rest?
And clean
You can
up.
ask Fragile to look into that card you obtained as well. Oh, seems all the possessions you had earlier are in that open space over there.
Open space. What open space? This open space? Like, I want my stuff, man. Where's my stuff?
Are you okay, Sam?
She must admit. Shut up, fake baby. No, I've got everything. Oh, I forgot to go install the update. We'll do that after this.
Sam, we've uncovered some new information about that ID card you brought back. I'll give you the details on the bridge.
Let's take a shower and then do the update. Limit showers to 5 minutes. No, I won't. I don't know enough about the lore of this game because I just played the first game like 3 months ago, so I'm not that knowledgeable about it. I'm just along for the ride like everybody else. I don't understand half the shit that's happening. I don't do nearly enough drugs to be like, oh yeah, right on, man. I just kind of scratch my head at stuff and go, okay, man. I have not taken a big enough heroic dose to understand what is going on in this game.
His name is Neil. Neil Vanna.
Neil Vanna? Oh, here I thought he said Nirvana. There must still be tar in my ears.
It seems that the ID card you brought back belonged to the man himself. Charlie helped me dig up the details.
The card was issued by Bridges years ago, when the chiral network was still being developed. Records confirm that Vanna has been dead for some time.
So he was a member of Bridges?
No, it doesn't look like he was.
Vanna was a porter contracted by Bridges to handle jobs with special requirements. Like all of you, he was a doom sufferer who leveraged his abilities.
A top-notch porter by all accounts. He worked the Mexican border. Brought over all kinds of useful stuff.
Ostensibly, resources and medical supplies. But in truth, he transported drugs and other prohibited goods.
And babies, we know that from the trailers.
So he was a smuggler.
Vanna's ID card served as a key to some of Bridges' secure installations, though only a select few, of course. Specifically, those dedicated to the BB experiments, along with various other medical facilities.
I believe that the place you went to for counseling was one of them.
But everything in that area was obliterated 11 years ago by a void out, one in which Neil Vanna died. and from which you alone, Sam, were fortunate enough to emerge alive. Prior to all that, your counseling sessions made you a regular visitor, yes? Well, records indicate Vanna frequented the same facility. There's a fair chance that the two of you might have met before. Do you recall seeing him?
It's hardly surprising. A great number of people pass through there all the damn time. No one would remember them all.
Sam, it's Charlie. We've received your next assignment. This main order can be undertaken by accessing the delivery terminal at East Fort Knott. While you attend to that, we'll continue our investigation into Neil Vanna.
Sounds like a plan.
Keep you posted.
Doom says Dune drop day indeed. I think drops go live. Let me go check. Let me check on Twitch. I can check Twitch right now, but I'm pretty sure they don't go live until 8 a.m. Viewer rewards, drops. I'm checking on Twitch real quick. Ooh, I do know we have some new Twitch drops that went live for Rogue Trader. Ooh. Oh, there's actually Destiny 2 drops going on right now as well. I'm not gonna do that though. I'm not gonna go. I'm gonna wait. I am waiting on Destiny 2. Just gonna wait. Where the heck is Dune Awakening on this list? Dune Awakening. Thursday, 10th of July, 8 a.m. to August 7th, 8 a.m. Central Standard Time. So drops go live in about 2.5 hours, like roughly. Little bit longer than 2.5 hours. What is Dune dropping? It's the next set of the Observer building sets. JK. So it's like we looked at them yesterday on Twitch. Off the top of my head, it's like some stairs, a hallway, and a window from the Observer set. So it's new building blocks. But those go live in about 2.5 hours. So we are a ways out from that still. No, I'm not touching WoW anymore. Whenever they do the next expansion, Midnight, whatever it's called, I may come back and do that expansion as a single player story. But I'm not interested in the in-between stuff. And honestly, a lot of that just depends on whether or not I'm busy with other stuff, which right now I'm. All right. That's good. Did I not do my social media for this morning? I'm an idiot, guys. I never did my social media for Death Stranding 2. That must have been pre-coffee. Well, let me get my links out. An hour and a half later. Oh my god. I can't believe I forgot. Since when did I forget to do my social media blasts? That is hilarious. Did I put it in Discord at least? What was I thinking when I sat down? I didn't even do my Discord blast. Oh my god. Well. July 29th is when Tales of the Shire goes live. Blackthorn says, got ambushed in a shipwreck this morning. He downed me, but I revived and took him out. My first PvP encounter. Nice. He went to a deep desert shipwreck. Oh. Wow, the Dune Awakening Discord. Our Dune Awakening channel in Discord has a ton of messages I did not notice until now. Alright, I gotta stop looking at Dune Awakening stuff we're playing. We're doing this right now. Close all these things down. Get back to the game. No messages that I need to pay attention to. We're out on social media now because I forgot to do my blasts earlier. Alright. We're supposed to go take an order at the F4 facility. And I'll probably need to duck out and get some more coffee here. Oh, I forgot to make my new suit. I could make a new suit at the... Time for a trippy dream sequence. Someone said the other day that I need to be prepared to have an hour and a half. I don't know if that's actually true, but they were like, prepare to have an hour and a half cutscene at the end of this game, just like the other Kojima
By
games.
the way,
And I was like,
you saw Tomorrow with the apples in the corridor, right? It seems she was training, trying to gain more control over her temporal abilities. Taking green unripened apples and attempting to age them until they're red and ready to eat. But she's still having trouble getting it just right. She's taking it too far and making them rotten. There's no need to rush them. She'll get the hang of it soon enough. In the meantime, let's continue to support her.
how much can I carry on my current? Battle Skeleton lets me carry 100 kilos. I might keep the Battle Skeleton, honestly. I do get more carrying capacity with the one I can craft, but I don't know. This one reduces, like, I take, like, next to no damage when I'm getting shot at with this one, and I just feel like...
From this location, you should be able to see some snow-capped mountains, Sam. Your next objective can be found in the heart of them, in the form of the Eastern Environmental Observatory.
Oh, great. We're gonna have to build...
Once again, you'll need to link up several sites en route
Oh,
to
this'll be a lot of
the first such site to be brought online
zip lines.
is the chronobiologist shelter, which is due west. Pick up the main order on this delivery terminal in order to begin.
I guarantee you this will be a lot of zip lines. Yeah. Before I do anything though, let me check. This is great for terrain traversal, and I can carry an extra 20 kilos, but honestly, I don't. I kind of like the one I have. However, they're about to send me into the mountains. Rivers, slopes, and snow. We'll switch it out. I have a full playthrough of the first game too, Queen Blueface. Whenever it came out, I did a full playthrough of Solasta on stream and review. I've done all but the last DLC, because the last DLC, Palace of Ice, came out when I was doing something else and I didn't have time to play it. Short version, highly recommend Solasta. It's the budget version of Baldur's Gate 3. Same rule set. It's the 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons. Same rule set. Different world, different setting. Baldur's Gate 3 is Forgotten Realms. Solasta is its own world. Highly recommend Solasta. The second one is shaping up to be even better, and they've got a bigger budget now. They're doing it in Unreal 5, so it's an even more impressive looking game. Way more options in the second one. But yeah, the first Solasta, 2 thumbs up. That's the short version. Exceptional game. Again, budget version of Baldur's Gate 3. Not that many facial options, not that many voice options, but the rule set is there, the dice rolling is there, grid-based, turn-based combat is there, the verticality is there, like jumping up and getting, it's the exact same thing as Baldur's Gate 3 when it comes to gameplay. The difference is that it doesn't have the Baldur's Gate 3 budget, so you don't have the really cool romances and voice acting, and it's the voice acting is very basic, the dialogue is very basic, story is it's all right, it's fun. It's a fun game though, and the DLCs are Solasta is good, totally worth it. For $10, fuck yeah, that's a steal. You'll get, I think the main campaign is like 40-ish hours, and then you'll get out of that the DLCs and everything else. Yeah, like Hector said, it's more rulesy than Baldur's Gate 3. It's definitely a faithful adaptation of the 5th edition D&D rule set. I'm gonna store this skeleton here. No, that's recycle. So I guarantee this is going to be me building a boatload of zip lines, which in the long run will probably help me out with a ton of stuff. What's up, Devon? Oh, I can't do that yet. I don't care about coffin boards.
Order accepted. Thank you. Take care of yourself, Sam. Rest recommended.
Alright, now. right outside of here, I know we have a zip line already established. However, the first run up there, I have to connect it first before I can do zip lines. And of course, there's BTs right along the base here. Trail. If I want to avoid the BTs, I'm probably going to want to go up through the mountains. But whatever. Let's I'm going to hoof this and see. But I gotta hook them up first, and then I'll have to build zip lines on the way back down. Fuck, I wonder if I should take PC... I'm not gonna take PCC... man. I don't know what resources they're gonna have up the mountain. I should build some more PCC2s. Because they might not have the resources up the mountain. To build them. And when I'm coming back down, I'm going to probably end up wanting to place zip lines on the way back down. Because I don't know how many other players have placed up there. I feel like I shouldn't need all these guns, so I could probably unequip a lot of these guns. Let's go to facility storage. Let's take assault rifle, the bola gun, machine gun, and put that in storage. Yeah. Alright, that ought to be good. And then I can build myself like 2 more PCC2s maybe? 2, let's build 3. Alright, auto arrange the cargo. Let's go ahead and do a quick save. And out the door I went.
Perhaps you should take a break.
Perhaps you should take a break. This will be interesting. I haven't done a on-foot journey in a while. I think that's what I'm shooting for right there. No, there's a different zip line over there too. Wow, so there's 2. Okay. This will be cool, man. Once I get this going. Stop looking over your shoulder, bruh. I'm gonna try to go up through that mountain I'm gonna try to go through that gap right there and avoid the BTs if I can. I mean, after all, that's what I built this magnificent new exoskeleton for, right? To traverse.
Take care, Sam.
Here we go. Wipe the sweat off your brow, bro. We're going up in the mountains.
Okay then.
Shake that weakness off. That's BT territory over there, which I'm going to hopefully avoid. I'm going to go up through this mountain pass and see.
Now leaving chiral network coverage.
This is where the fun begins. Yeah, see, they're already starting me with rain because they're like, no, no, we're going to make you deal with BTs. No matter if you try to go around. Well, we are going up there, so. Pay attention to the rocks that slide down now. Let us observe the local environment. Probably the smart thing to do is keep going up through here, then go across here, and climb up and over. So let's go ahead and draw.
Commencing route creation. Delivery route finalized.
Oh yeah, Kojima himself was the one who said this is the delivery game. There's action and sci-fi and stuff smashed in, but like 85% of the gameplay loop is making deliveries in various ways. Sometimes it's traversing terrain, sometimes it's driving, sometimes it's riding. You gotta build monorails, you gotta build highways, you gotta build zip lines, you gotta fight bandits, there's demon creatures from the other world. It's gonna be really interesting when I get over and connect it to see where all the zip lines have already been placed, because then I'm gonna strategically back place them. To get back down the mountain. And then he said I'm gonna have to connect multiple through the mountains. So I'm assuming this is the mountain section of the game, like the first game had a mountain section. So I would expect the next couple of streams we're gonna be like doing lots of zipline building. We're definitely gonna push. We gotta push pretty hard the next few days to get through this though before the 15th, because I've only got 4 more days. Well, today and 4 more days. So like we're gonna definitely push another 2 hours this morning. We'll do a 4-hour session, and I gotta push pretty hard the next few days. But I'm gonna go up until the drops go live for Dune Awakening, and then I'll switch over. But I'm probably to keep my Dune Awakening stuff down to like 2 to 3 hours a day for the next few days until I beat this. Because I gotta get this beat before Destiny 2 drops. And he just said earlier that during the stream that I've covered 50% of the map, and I'm like, Jesus, I'm like 40 hours into the game and I've only done half the map. I gotta push. It's not enough to only do 2 or 3 hours a day. I need to be doing 4 to 6 hours a day to get through this game in time. And I really wish I had the time to do a completionist journey, because I do like the gameplay loop with this. I would love to be doing here, but like Dribron was saying the other day, it's like 200 plus hours if you're gonna do the completionist version, like build all the highways, build all the zip lines, repair all the monorails. That's 200 plus hours. It's like, I don't have that kind of time, unfortunately. One thing I will say about this new exosuit, as I'm watching my battery, I've barely drained any battery at all. I'm still like 120%. So this new exoskeleton is really well designed for the snow. It doesn't drain anything. Whereas the combat one, oh yeah, you definitely feel the drain. Hector. That's right, you just sit there in your wheelchair and ding your bell. The snow is beyond you. Ding, 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 ding. Cause I'm snow blind. Alright. Oh, there's music, which means I gotta mute the stream. I don't understand shit, Hector, and to be honest with you, for me, the storyline is way too like with you. Like I think the stories are overly confusing as well, and I think what I appreciate the most, I actually like this right here. Like I don't mind the monotonous. Like I find it kind of fun to build the highways and the zip lines and traversals because when I get done, it's like I can zip through and it's like, yeah, I built something really cool. I really don't like the combat in this game. Like I don't like the action combat. Like I don't think the gunplay is very good at all. Um, I don't like the just don't like the combat. And I really don't like it when they do things with the story that just aren't explained. And Kojima does that. He just doesn't explain shit. He's just like, I'm gonna leave it vague, and you're gonna be wondering what I really meant with that. And it's like, not a fan of that sort of storytelling. Alright, music is wrapped. Right, the building aspect of it appeals to me because you get a sense of accomplishment. But the story and the combat are not my favorite parts of these games.
Security measures lifted. Weapons detected. Be advised that usage is restricted inside facility grounds.
Good to see a friendly face. It's been a while since I've had visitors.
Right, JK, only 3 years later after you've had enough dreams. You wake up one night with a cold sweat, be like, oh, I finally understood what he meant at way station number 3 with the whale and the penguin and that thing that jumped out with the red face and the bell.
I like it when people take their work seriously. How did you manage to handle so many orders at once? I should have no trouble continuing. All right.
Hook a sister up.
Now displaying your current order grade.
I'm finally part of the chiral network. I've been looking forward to this moment. I should be able to conduct research at a faster pace than ever. Please accept this by way of thanks. I picked up this accessory in the use. You should
Don't
try
care.
attaching it.
Don't care.
Oh, and in case you're... I've taken to call. They appear to... Oh, just another It's introduced a... You know, I can't help... Anyway, I hope this isn't the... With no one else around. Oh, by the way... It's probably in your interest to find out more. And, who knows? I just... Thanks again.
Well then, Sam. By the way, we have info on Nilvana to share. Could you join me on the bridge?
Order completed. Well done.
Alright. Now we've been connected. The ship is here. Now, let's go see where they want to send me next, but I have a feeling that we're going to want to connect zip lines before we do the next mission.
Disengaging weapons restrictions.
Take care.
I gotta remember my truck is back at D4 or F4, whatever it is.
We managed to learn a few more things about Neil Vanna. You may remember that he was a porter contracted by Bridges. That's what we told you before. Since then, I received a mail.
Another one from our very own Hartman, I'm guessing. Look, we sure we can trust them? Whoever they are?
They are almost certainly someone on the inside. Someone with access to the UCA's administrative systems. It seems Neil Vanna was attending therapy sessions.
But the real revelation is who Vanna's therapist was. Charlie, can you please explain?
A specialist who worked with other doomed sufferers, including one Sam Bridges. She was your therapist and your partner.
Lucy?
Neil Vanna's name was on our client list. Right there in black and white.
That's crazy.
We also uncovered a photo you should see.
Per the records, they perished in a void out which claimed an entire city. A void out only you survived, Sam.
Lucy was pregnant at the time.
It wasn't mine. The child she was carrying. She straight up told me to my face. I never had any kids. She was just my shrink, helping me to work through my often fought phobia. That's all she ever was to me.
Sam, this is Charlie. A new assignment has been entered into the system. You've been asked to go and connect the metagenomicist to the network. Access the chronobiologist's delivery terminal to find and undertake this main order.
Oakley dokley, now we can see where this is, and then I probably need to backtrack and connect zip lines. And also my truck is all the way back down there, and I probably should go put my truck on the Magellan. Let's have a trippy dream sequence.
You really don't remember me.
That woman just now, was that...
Lucy. That was Lucy.
Ah, yes. She was your therapist, wasn't she?
There's a snowstorm?
Ooh, just the man I've been waiting for. The meta... We'd like you to capture the timefall-resistant emu I identified, and...
Okay.
You might find the capturing part tricky, but if... Now, this emu...
Okay.
It may well have some kind of... The metagenomicist might have different insights into its nature. Personally,
Okay.
Also, there's another order I want you to... They might not... Help us out.
Okay, yeah, see, this isn't even... I gotta go back down, so I'm definitely gonna want to go back to my vehicle, drive it back up the coast to that, grab it, and then drive over there. Yeah. So we're definitely going back down. Okay. All right.
Order accepted. Thank
Let
you.
me go say hi to my wife. She's awake. I'll be right back. Alright. Let me work my way back down the mountain. Because I gotta go back to... I don't have to, though. Do I really care? If I can transport here, I don't care about building zip lines. I could just travel back. Where the hell is the entry? That was lovely. And I'm going to switch back to the combat exosuit. Why is it going this way? Stash these PCC2s on the truck too.
Take care of yourself, Sam. Rest recommended.
Facility storage. I will take my ballast skeleton. No. Don't do that, buddy. How do I... What are you doing, buddy? How do I change this out? It's like... Remove cargo and equip. I'm blind. It's right there. Take that, take that, take that. Is that on the ground? I don't know why I accidentally took off my sniper rifle. My brain's not working. Take that. Tool rack, please. Alright, bunch of PCCs. Alright, I have a bunch of PCCs available. I have my boots, I have my grenades. Sniper rifle, assault rifle, we're good to go. Alright, that was over here. Now, I remember there was a bridge somewhere.
Commencing route creation.
No, no,
Delivery
no.
route final.
What are you doing, buddy? Alright. I don't remember where the bridge was that I got across over here. So we're just gonna go down the coast. To there for now.
Perhaps you should take a break. Take care of yourself, Sam. I will always
got some monorail out here too, it looks like. Looks like a highway too that can be built. I'm gonna drop off all the metal I have here. Partially built monorail, looks like. God, there's stuff for the mechanic all the way out here? It missed picking it up. Somebody's got a partially built highway out there too. I don't think there was a generator out here. Yeah, I think it was further down the coast. There it is. Yeah, I hear you. You guys stay over there. What's up, Whiskey Dad? Man, I could swear I used a bridge to get over here the first time, and I don't see the bridge here. What's up, Speed? What's up, buddy? Do you want to go out again? You cried to come in and now you want to go out? Also, why are my... Oh, I see something on the floor, which means Blanca did something naughty while I was out getting coffee and talking to your mom. She was looking for my earplugs. Do you need to go out? Alright, let's go out. Come on. hell was the bridge that I used to get across the first time? Oh, there it is. I found it. What's up, Pac-Man?
That's the way.
Wowzer! Alright, somewhere over here, but I'm gonna go get the generator first. Use the extra juice.
Okay, just a bit further.
This is the spot where it was last seen. Emus are awfully fast. This search may take a while.
You know what, though? I'm getting rained on, which is gonna fuck up my vehicle. Let's see if there's anywhere to park where I'm not gonna get rained on. I see it over there. But it says it's super fast, so I'm expecting this to be a struggle bus to pick up because it says it's super fast and it does time travel stuff. So there it goes. Gotcha, bitch.
Wonderful. We've secured the animal. Let's deliver it to the metagenomicist. Now,
up past that mine. Can I, where can I bring... Oh, I could totally dock it at the, because then I could turn that mine on. I don't remember what I needed to make it. Resins and alloys. Yeah, let's drop the Magellan at the Pizza Chef. Because I bet I can grab enough stuff to turn the mine on the way through.
Delivery route finalized.
I don't know what that mine creates, but we're gonna turn it on and see.
Trouble nearby.
There's no trouble. I've got machine guns.
Nice repair job. She's practically sparkling.
Okay, I need to write this part down because I'm not gonna know what I need. Okay. Alright, let's grab what we need on the way through. Turn it on. Oh, I'm not worried about whether or not it gets turned on before or after. I'm all about convenience, and it's more convenient for me to do it on the way. Pretty sure I got a bunch of this shit in storage. Yeah, there we go. Let's just... Can I take all of it? I might not have enough resins. Well, I might. It's a bunch of 40s. Wait, I don't need chemicals. I need resins and special alloys. I wonder if I have enough space in the truck. I do. Let's hit that.
Commencing delivery route final.
Man, I got zip lines up through here already, which is nice. Oh, that's right. There was like BTs and rain up in here. Oh, you stupid. I remember coming down through here now. Yep, there it is. Alright, balls to the walls. Hang on, I got music. I gotta mute. There we go. There's those bat creatures we saw. Alright, here's the mine. Go away. Go away. Where the hell was the entrance to this mine? Okay. Activate the terminal. Restore the mining facility. I might not have enough. Oh, there we go. We did have enough. All right. Of those, I may not have enough alloys. Nope. I'm going to be short on the alloys. Don't these also use the alloys and stuff? Yeah, the name of the song is trying to tell me something. Like there's something evil here. This track is still playing, alright. Am I blind? I have too many markers going. Okay, hang on. There's the A marker. No, I put the marker in the wrong place. Something. Clear all the things. Why is that showing me? We just need to... I get confused by all the markers that are on the map. Okay. Nope. We covered that at the very beginning of the... After the very first stream, Mellerex. If you go to Kojima Productions' website, they literally have a big page on their website that says, hey, streamers,
Sorry about that. Our game contains licensed music, but we don't allow you to turn the music down in the game. So the only option if you would like to avoid copyright dings is to either reach out to the music rights holders and get permission from them to use the music in your streams, or mute your streams when the licensed music is playing to avoid copyright dings. I did not know that, and my first stream got dinged 6 times, and I lost all the monetization from my first stream. Because of all the licensed music that plays. So since then, what I have to pay attention to is every single time I see that pop up on the screen that says a music track is playing, I have to very quickly be on top of muting the music until it stops, which it just did, and then I can unmute it. And it sucks. I've complained about it 3 or 4 times. I made a video about it. It's like, I think it's a failure on Kojima Productions' part to not have a streamer mode. Because pretty much every game out there these days that uses licensed music, like Cyberpunk 2077 uses licensed music as well as unlicensed music, and they have a streamer mode. Big, huge, multi-million-dollar budget game, and they have a streamer mode specifically because they know streamers are going to be playing their game. Kojima Productions, big, huge, multi-million-dollar production, and Kojima says, nah, fuck that, my creative vision. You must listen to my music. And the other thing sucks is that over here, if you go to System, and you go to Options, and you go to Music, there's no music option. You know how normal games will be like narration volume, combat sound effects, music, all those different options that you can adjust? Kojima says, fuck you. My creative vision trumps everything else. So you're going to sit here and listen to my music because it's my creative vision. So kind of an L. No, I don't want to proceed. I didn't mean to change the difficulty. Did I accidentally click? All right, there we go. So anyway, yeah, it's a big pain in the butt. You know. A copyright ding is not a big deal on YouTube. It just means that you lose monetization. It means all the revenue is going towards. It's not the same as a copyright strike. Copyright strike is when they say, oh, you did something you weren't supposed to do. You can only have 3 strikes and you lose your channel. Copyright dings are not the same thing. A copyright ding is when it's like, hey, that music is licensed by someone else. Instead of you earning money for that movie, for that video, we're going to take that revenue and we're going to give it to the rights holder of the music. That's the difference. So it's not a copyright strike. It was 6 dings because it used 6 licensed pieces of music. Because I didn't know that was a thing. I knew it was a thing. I didn't know Kojima used all that licensed music before I started playing the game. I knew the one track was going to get dinged because it was the raindrops are falling on my head, and I was like, when that song started playing, I was like, oh shit, that's going to get dinged because that's a hugely famous song. All the other tracks I didn't know about, and then after I finished my first stream of this game, I went to their website and was like, oh, they have a page where they literally tell you, hey guys, yeah, we use licensed music in our game, you just need to mute the audio to avoid the copyright dings. It's like, come on, dude. Give me a streamer mode. Minor complaint.
Thanks for coming. I've been looking forward to this delivery. Now let's see. This delivery looks just great. Hardly any damage.
If I wasn't streaming, I wouldn't care. Because the music is awesome.
My research is going. All that's left is
but for a viewer, like, why is Renfail muting the music? This sucks. There's like huge gaps in the videos where there's no audio playing. Yep. Yes, because they're not connected to the network. That's why they're blurry. After we connect them to the network, you can see them. Now they're connected. We've just established that they are on the network now. They're connected, and now we can see her. There you go.
I have something I'd like to give you. I hope it's to your liking.
I mean, sure, why not?
All hooked up at last. And wow, I was able to finish my analysis of the emu you brought me in an instant. Turns out it was absolutely riddled with parasitic chiral microbes. It would seem their presence was enough to alter the emu's temporal flow, which is probably why it didn't grow older when exposed to timefall. This all but confirms what the chronobiologist has been saying. Hosts for these chiral microbes are subject to the timeless influence of the beach. It's still unclear how this might be related to extinction entities, but it's a vital clue for solving the mystery of the Death Stranding. An extinction entity has the capacity to trigger the last stranding. And if that comes to pass, the end of humanity itself is assured. Higgs attempted to make use of one such entity back in the UCA, but I know you personally put a stop to his plans.
That's right.
Hartman told
Me personally.
everything about those events. It's anyone's guess what Higgs is trying to accomplish this time, but I believe in you. And that's why I'm giving you these. EX capture grenades are invaluable weapons that work by leveraging the temporal properties of parasitic chiral microbes to great effect. In essence, they allow you to defeat weakened BTs in an instant by drastically destabilizing their intrinsic flow of time. But that's not all. These grenades can give you the means to summon your own BTs to attack other BTs. Should work on all larger specimens. I've prepared a few for immediate use. There's so much we can learn by... In recent days, large BTs have been growing more active in the region to the south of this facility. It's possible that this too could be a consequence of Higgs's efforts. If you're headed that way, you had better be prepared for the worst. Though that might also be a good opportunity to give those EX capture grenades a try. I just know they'll prove effective. And if you're interested in some additional work, I'd also like you to take the emu you brought me to the animal shelter. The staff there want to look after it, and I don't have the proper facilities to give it a home here anyway.
Well, unfortunately, I don't have the
posted a
proper
sub-order
delivery
for this
facilities.
request. There's no rush. You can pick it up from the delivery terminal here whenever you're ready. Thanks again for all your help. I'll probably be hitting you up again.
Sam, your next destination is the F5 East Distribution Center, which can be found near the southeast shore of the lake close by. I'm told one of the staff members there is an old acquaintance of yours. Anyway, a main order has been...
Gotta catch 'em up.
You can access the delivery terminal here to undertake it. That said, another request concerning the animal you rescued has also caught my eye. Alternatively, you can undertake this sub-order first if you wish. I'll leave it up to you, Sam.
I choose you, PT. That's right. Hey, here's that base I was seeing earlier. I was saying that I wonder where this road connects. It's not quite the same, but there's this base down here. So I had connected my highway all the way over here from at the very beginning of the game from the shelter dude. I forget his name now. The one where I got the sniper rifle. Anyway, I had connected that highway all around, and then I stopped it right there because it looked like it was either going to go down here or over here. And it looks like I'm heading over in that direction now. Which makes me wonder if it might be safer to drive around all the way over here and come back down this side as opposed to drive through here, because you know they're going to send me through BT territory right here. And I wonder if I drove all the way around the back side, because it's not too far from here to hit the road right here. And then I could drive all the way around, which would take a hell of a lot longer, but then I could come back over here, over the mountain ridge. I don't know, though. That mountain looks a little impassable. This is like the quick route, and they're like, but it's full of BTs. I bet I could just take my truck and drive like the wind. Oh, that's a good question, Dribram. Can you keep connecting? Can you keep like doing side deliveries and sub deliveries and stuff after you complete the main storyline? Since you mentioned being only able to connect a certain zone after you finish the game. Try to stay safe as you drive into BT territory. Do, 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 do.
Commencing route creation.
We're gonna have you drive through crazy territory where you might die. Look at all the BTs on the map. There are BTs. Dude. There is no way that this is gonna be a safe drive. I seriously am debating going back and like just driving all the way around. I'm gonna save it here and see. Did you know you can kill BTs by peeing on them? I did know that, but I'm not going to attempt it. That's ridiculously difficult. I have a hard enough time shooting them. So I don't know if I'm going to want to do it like this or not. I may choose to back out and drive all the way around if this proves to be something that's too difficult. Because if I want to avoid all of these BTs and everything, I'm just probably going to drive out and around. Peeing on EC. Is that a cut of the film I haven't seen? Oh my god. Alright, I did save. If I decide that I don't like this route, I'm gonna go out and around and take the long way. Luce says he's enjoying the ride, but that's only because he hasn't got hit by BTs yet. Seeing the kinky cut. Oh, here we go. Not allowed to make this trip without hitting BTs. Fortunately, I don't think there's a way to get up and around the mountain. I think we have to go, yeah, there's no way I'm getting up and around there. I'm gonna have to go down around here, which means being forced to face some BTs probably. Oh my god, yep, there we go, there it is. Don't stop driving. No, you're gonna force me to face a boss, aren't you? Drive. Boost. Oh, fuck you. Oh, that's right, I've got a gun, bitch. Ha ha ha! Fuck you! No! My truck is like, I can't make it the last 5 meters. I made it! Woo! Now the question is, how do we get up here?
That's the place, huh?
Security measures lifted.
Yeah, buddy.
Sam, hey there, buddy. Was hoping I'd get to see you. It's me. Don't act like you've forgotten. Well, you didn't think it was Igor, did you? Anyway, guess I better process that cargo of yours. Seeing flawless cargo like this makes me wonder how you did it. I can't wait to show everyone. I don't even know how many times you've come to my rescue, Sam. All right, it's time for you to do you-know-what.
Well, we're not supposed to talk about you-know-what in public, sir. You promised.
Now displaying your current order grade.
You're a real lifesaver, you know? I'm guessing you saw the tar lake out west of here, yeah? That's where the settlement known as Lakeside Fort Knott used to be. Whole place got wiped clean off the map by a void out. And since that day, the tar's been eating away at this facility. Some weirdness with the currents, or at least that's what folks are saying. But the stuff you just brought me, I might just be able to keep the tar corrosion at bay. Finally. I shared some data with you as well. Feast your eyes on these grenade launcher and cargo catapult schematics. You'll find they're...
Okay, don't care. You gave me some
One
weapons,
more
cool.
thing that's... But now that you're here, I think we can all finally take a...
That's right, take a break.
Before I forget,
Yep,
one favor, try it on for size. This is just how it went down back in the UCA. We think we were done for. Then the man who delivers shows up.
That's right.
Truth is, I figured if I did, I might get a chance to see you again.
Oh,
That
he's got a
BB bomb
crush.
you're carrying is different. Doesn't have my brother's keepsake attached anymore either. Promise me you'll never... He's gone, but... An order with your name on it just came in.
Okay.
A request from a guy not far from here who spends his days fishing in the tar. Come to think of it, I believe he's one of the precious few survivors of the Lakeside Fort Knott void out. It's filed under sub-orders on the Right.
Fine work as always, Sam. Now come back to this ship and get some rest. Also, we've identified what may be a ghost mech outpost. I'd like you on standby. Your next order might be a dangerous one.
Order completed. Well done.
Patched up and good to go.
Patched up and good to go. Sounds like me.
Please take measures.
Patched up and good to go.
Very impressive work, Sam.
Does the Magellan not come here? Oh, it is here. But around the corner from here.
Please take measures to withstand the wind. Thank you, Sam.
There she is. As my truck blocks the view. Get on up. Oh, she's been trying with the apples again.
Sam.
Yeah. Nice.
So now he's got more than one apple on his desk. Oh no, that was the apple, but now it's red. Okay.
Sam, based on our latest assessment, we know where the ghost mech base can be found. When you're ready, access the G3 Magellan's delivery terminal and accept this main order.
Let's do
I'll
it.
brief you on the details after that.
Can we actually eat this apple? Because before we couldn't eat the apple. I can.
Not at all. What's up?
Somebody needs to teach him how to eat an apple. You don't eat it that way. You eat it that way. He also didn't finish his apple. Look at that. Look how much apple's left. Dude. Oh, and then he ate more of it after he picked it up off the floor. Messed up, dude. Fucking apple. We'll wash it down with a little bit of Cryptobite aftertaste. Mmm, tasty. Dude, can we really take a selfie? I forgot about the camera. I haven't tried it yet. I can't... Oh, I see. You had to move to a different location. Like, it shows you the floor, but then you have to move around until you can find it.
Okay.
No. Retake. Alright.
All right. Whoa, whoa.
That's fine. I don't care. Everybody moves around so fast. There, that'll work. That'll work. We're gonna give the photo.
Thank you, Sam.
It's no trouble at all.
Not everyone gets the same cutscene. Well, hey. Apparently Sam doesn't know how to eat apples. So I'm glad you got to witness that. I mean, who eats an apple top to bottom? You turn it side to side and you eat it between the core. Like, nobody eats it top to bottom. That's ridiculous.
Ooh. You're wearing my scarf. You're wearing my scarf.
You saw his face too, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
It was him, Neil Vanna. I'm certain of it. That clearly wasn't a memory of yours. Was it some thought of Lou's lingering in the pod? Hold on. Lou was assigned BB-28 serial number 4 years ago, but Vanna died in a void out 11 years ago. It doesn't add up.
Meaning what? That it was his memory we just saw?
He and Lou must be connected. But how?
I promise we're all gonna find out at some point. I wonder if it has something to do with your stats, Ataro. Like, maybe my stats are like in combat or something, or lower than his, so he was able to sink it on the first shot. Maybe because he eats it top to bottom.
Sam, the data you secured for us at the weapons factory earlier has proven invaluable.
Insert dirty
With it,
joke
we
here.
were able to continue our investigation and succeed in locating fabricators with similar specifications. I'll brief you in depth as you review the map. Accept this main order from the delivery terminal in order to proceed. Okay, Sam. The facility we've identified is here. An abandoned factory south of the F5 East Distribution Center. There are operational fabricators inside. More than you had to deal with for the previous order, in fact. And to make matters worse, it seems these ones are configured to produce ghost mechs. Higgs is likely pulling the strings at this factory too. So with that in mind, your main objective is as follows. Eliminate both the ghost mech fabricators and any hostiles you encounter on site. In addition, each fabricator contains vital data that we need you to retrieve and deliver to the Magellan. By analyzing it, we hope to gain insight into Higgs's activities and future plans. Tarman will give you the device you'll need to extract the data before you head out. For now, consider the route you wish to take.
What's really interesting to me is that we have a road that's partially built over here and curved around this way. So there's probably, after we connect this over here, there's probably some highway connections up here.
Sam, you'll need to take this ring terminal expansion device.
Yep.
Make sure it's in your...
Yep.
If you have it with
Yep.
you...
You told me the first
once
time.
you've
I don't
decided,
need to hear it again.
We'll handle...
Yep. Don't need.
Remember that
I don't need to hear it
take
twice,
every-
bro. It's like your mother. I told you this is how you treat your cash out. I wonder if... I'm gonna stash all these in the truck. Yeah, I don't have my machine gun. I wonder where I left it.
Your service in transporting this cargo is appreciated. The delivery will be assigned to...
Take care, Sam.
My truck's not close. Oh no, it's chemicals. Never mind. No, I don't care. There is a road thingy right here. I wonder how much. Yeah, that, look at all the ceramics that needs, holy shit. But I bet that connects right across here to the other road I have. So this will definitely be something I want to connect at some point. Probably. But it is not today. I'm not aware of any hate surrounding this game. I don't know how we go up. Alright, let's go destroy some ghost dudes. Hi guys. Oh, we're getting a cutscene. Well, I should have brought a big gun. I didn't know we were gonna get a cutscene in here. I might not have a big enough gun for this.
Feeling about this. Like something seriously big is waiting for us.
Yeah, and I didn't bring a big
Stay
gun.
on your guard and proceed with caution. I see now. They build ghost mechs in this facility. Sam, the ghost mech fabricators appear to have been activated. This could get very bad very quickly. We need to destroy them as soon as possible.
Fabricators. I'm gonna have to get off my truck here. This will be fun. I don't know which ones are the fabricators. Those the fabricator thingies?
Okay, one less fabricator to worry about. We've secured its data pool. There should be 3 fabricators remaining.
Okay.
Keep the ring terminal expansion device safe and proceed to the next one. Great work, Sam. Only 2 more fabricators left to disable. Let's move.
Where's that? Alright, I'm gonna have to deal with fire from these guys. Oh, we've got drones on the field too.
We're almost there. Just one more fabricator to go.
Hang on. Fuck me.
Oh boy, that must hurt.
So I'm not gonna be able to get close enough for that guy to do any damage to him. Dude, pull out your gun, dumbass. Aim. Wasn't one of you. I don't know how I'm supposed to beat that guy. Fuck it, these guys I can take down. Machine gun, I definitely want that.
Is that the last of them? Right. All ghost mechs have been eliminated. Now, to deal with the fabricators. Use your ring terminal expansion device to hack into the fabricator terminal. All ghost mechs and fabricators have been destroyed.
Now that's toast, but this is a brand new machine.
All that remains is to take the ring terminal expansion device with the extracted data back to the DHV Magellan for processing.
Okay, I'm gonna have to make a new lightweight rifle when I get back. Just take the same route out that I took to get in, essentially. Am I Iron Fist? Well, I am playing on story mode. I don't have time for all that difficulty bullshit. I'm not a fan of the combat in this game. I just like the building and delivery stuff. And the story is very intriguing, if a little too weird for my tastes. But yeah, I don't need to be challenged. I'm not trying to have a Dark Souls experience, so I definitely play with easy mode on, so that the combat is as easy as possible, since I'm not a huge fan of it. I do prefer doing stealth stuff, but those types of missions, there's no point in trying to stealth that shit, because you're gonna get seen no matter what, so you might as well go in guns blazing. I love being able to do it from the back of my truck, because the truck has the additional firepower, but that was in an enclosed space, so I had to go in and get up close and personal.
Weapons detected. Be advised that usage is restricted inside facility grounds.
Oh wait, we're delivering it here. Rawr! Rawr! Rawr!
It's good to have you back, Sam. Now let's take a look at the cargo you've brought us. No problems with this cargo. Tarman's analysis should proceed without issue. Thanks, Sam.
Now displaying your current order grade.
Our analysis of the data you extracted for us has yielded detailed records of deliveries to the factory. It seems both the materials used to manufacture those ghost mechs and the routes used to transport said materials were the same as those utilized by APAC. This indicates that APAC was likely involved in the production of these mechs.
Wait, could this possibly mean that Higgs and APAC are working together? We should watch what we say around the President.
We'll need to proceed carefully with our investigation. If APAC and the President did indeed have a hand in these activities, the security of our operations is entirely compromised. One more thing, Sam. Some of the data we received concerned ghost mechs outfitted with rocket launchers. I realize you didn't encounter this type within the factory, but it's possible Higgs may have already deployed them elsewhere.
Highly probable.
We need to prepare countermeasures for the DHV Magellan with all due haste. There's a specialist who can help us in South Fort Knott, just beyond this mountain. Putting F6 on the grid is one of our objectives anyway. For now, we'll make preparations in an effort to secure his cooperation. You should head to your private room and try to get some rest before your next order is ready. And Sam, good work.
Once again, Sam goes to bed dirty. I would not be able to do that. Like I would, my game, if this was me developing this game, I would be like, nope, take a shower, then go to bed. Like that's the gameplay loop. You're not allowed to go to bed dirty. Yes, exactly, JK. Keep playing. Games are for fun. Play them how you enjoy them. That's right. Mental Fracture says, I work all week. Sometimes I don't need to feel like I'm working a job when playing a game. You're right. It's like, there are certain times I want to feel challenged, but 99.9% of the time, I play games for fun. My fun, story mode. All right. That is where we're going to wrap the Death Stranding 2 stream this morning, everybody. I'm going to go for a walk to the park, do some exercises, have a quick bite of breakfast. We're going to be back in about 45 minutes. Specifically, I was waiting for 8 a.m. to hit because the new drops kick off today at 8 a.m. for Dune Awakening. So that's in about 40 minutes. We're at 7:23 a.m. right now, and I've got 8 a.m. is when the drops go live. So I'm going to go do my breakfast, all that other stuff, and then we'll be back in about 45 minutes for Dune Awakening. New drops, new fun. We'll see you guys there, and we'll be back for more Death Stranding 2 tomorrow morning. I gotta try to get this wrapped up before the 15th, which means I have 4 more days of Death Stranding, which is why I'm just pushing main storyline and I'm trying to ignore all sub-orders and highways and everything else. Because I am running out of time to beat the story before Destiny 2 starts. If I can't, I'm gonna have to do a weird balance after that.